after a month away, your favourite podcasters are back. Matt Picton, Steve Rowlands, the Red Hot Bear, and Inhuman Podcast.
That was a good one.
You alright, man?
How's it going, lads? It's been a while.
It has been a month.
It's been a very long month.
It has.
The last time we did one was it was a half an hour episode, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Even though, like, we spent... Do you know what? I've never thought of this. Like, we've had a failed recording in this once already, but it's just dawned on me now. Last time we wanted to do a pod, we were like, do you want to try and do a special hour-long episode? And then we didn't pod for a month.
Yeah.
So, like, we were going like, yeah, let's do, like, an extra-long special episode. Then we just didn't do an episode.
Just sacked it off.
Just didn't do an episode at all. To be fair, you had, like, a 10-day holiday.
Yeah.
And then we were in together for a couple of days, and then I had, like, a 10-day holiday. So we've not seen each other properly. So what the hell have you been up to then, Stephen?
Fuck all.
Oh, sounds about right, lad. It sounds very familiar as well.
Right, so... what's the topics for this week?
Well,
We've got a fuckload to talk about.
First thing, we missed Easter, so happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Happy zombie, national zombie holiday.
Of course, yeah, because zombie Jesus.
Sorry.
Did you get all excited then?
No, it was zombie Jesus.
Oh, zombie Jesus. So I ate all my Easter eggs last night. Today being the 20th of April.
Okay.
I ate a Reese's egg.
Okay.
Which is full of peanut butter.
Okie
As
doke.
you can probably imagine, I've been turned inside out by it this morning.
Those eggs must have been whiter than a polar bear's scrotum.
Most definitely were, mate. Yeah, they were absolutely rank, but they were well worth it at the time, if you catch me, Joe. So, what else?
Hang on, I think the audience have got something to say about that.
No way. I love that we've got that. So, I don't like that it just cuts out abruptly, though. Like,
yeah.
the laughing and the cheering and stuff like that. It just goes like... So, the other things that I've got on here. So this week I've been watching the Marvel TV shows.
Oh, yeah.
So obviously I've been watching Daredevil, Jessica Jones and Daredevil Season 2 because it's a bit more adult.
At least you've got something to fucking watch.
Yeah, I don't know, mate.
Because Arrow and Flash and Legends of Tomorrow have just sort of stopped.
It's weird that though, isn't it? You'd think with them having three shows.
They released an episode of Arrow and Flash about 2 weeks ago. They had like 3 weeks off, then they released an episode of Arrow and Flash, and that's been off for another 2 weeks.
Pathetic. It's like, do you know, since that American writers' strike years ago, do you remember it?
Yeah.
Everything's been fucked up about TV, man. Like, you just can't watch TV weekly anymore because of the American writers' strike. Like, they decided, oh yeah, we'll start having a summer break. But what I was going to say then, actually, about the DC's TV shows.
Yeah. Marvel's TV shows.
Just let me tell you about DC TV shows.
Oh, alright, sorry.
The worst bit about them is they've got 3 TV shows running at the same time. And they all start... What's the fourth one?
Supergirl.
Supergirl doesn't count inside that universe, but it kind of does because they've done a crossover.
With Flash.
But it's Warner Brothers who run that one.
Ah.
And it's CW Network, is it?
CW for all the rest, yeah.
Yeah, so... but the weirdest part of it is that they run all the shows at the same time. Instead of having one come on when the other one ends, you know, like at the end of it, like, say, for example, Arrow's having a mid-season break.
Yeah.
Instead of going, right, so in this mid-season break, we'll give you some Flash, they go, no. Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow will all have their winter breaks at exactly the same time. So when you're dying to watch an episode or something, you'd have to wait for all 3.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, it's just... It defeats the object to me. If you've got more than one show, then you fill up all the space you can in the year with the 3 different shows. But I've been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I've been watching Agent Carter. Now, Agent Carter's looking like it's not going to get greenlit for a 3rd season.
Ah.
Which is a bit sad. But, like, I mean,
Sorry, could you detect the single amount of fucks I gave about that?
No, I seen it fly out the door about half an hour ago, mate, to be perfectly honest with you. But with Agent Carter, right, that's probably my favourite. Because it's, you know, the precursor to S.H.I.E.L.D. and stuff. Hayley Atwood, who plays...
Isn't Peggy Carter the bird who was, like, banging Cap?
Cap, yeah, exactly. Hayley Atwell from... Actually, quite a lot of the Marvel films now. She's in the first Avenger. She's in...
Wasn't she in Ultron in the flashback scene?
Yes, she was. So when he goes to see her, he goes to see her in the hospital, doesn't he? Or is that Civil War? Not Civil War,
no,
Winter Soldier?
No, I'm on about...
No, you're thinking of Ant-Man.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Go on, sorry.
When Scarlet Witch does that...
Yeah, and then they go for the dance, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's in First Avenger, she's in Winter Soldier, she's the old lady in the bed who has Alzheimer's or dementia or some sort of memory loss.
She can't remember them.
Yeah, she just can't remember it. Well, she does, but then she kind of... like resets, and the impression that you get is she resets every like 45 minutes because he kind of stands up, does something, comes back, and she goes, oh, "Steve, you're back!" And you know, like it's all dead cute and lovely and stuff. But she got married and like added.
But like, bitch, you're gonna forget me in less than an hour, so
bitch,
shut up.
Like, why am I even pretending like you care?
Like, fuck off. We can't even watch an episode of Flash together because you're gonna forget the beginning.
You'll forget the beginning of the plot, and then we'll have to start again anyway. So she's fit. Like, just to hit the nail straight on the head, she's absolutely fit. And she's in an episodic show where she dresses like a flapper. Would you call him a flapper? Like an old 20s style. Not 20s because it's the 50s, but you know, like she dresses like that old kind of...
Yeah.
I can't think of the word to describe it, but she dresses really nice. Like, I don't know. She's just fit and she wears fucking ruby red lipstick, man, and that nails it for me, lad. That absolutely nails it for me. So if that doesn't get greenlit for the third season, I'll be a bit devastated. Now, don't get me wrong, I've only seen the first season so far. I'm going to watch the second season as the week goes on, so we might have another little quick review next week on it. But I've also been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has been a fucking roller coaster ride, man. The first series of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., right, it kind of like rambles on like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Do you know how it's just kind of like episodic and you get a new villain, like flavour of the week type villains and stuff? And then all of a sudden it lines up.
This week's big bad is Bagpuss.
Yeah, exactly. Is Snack Smash.
It's Snack Smash.
It's Snack Smash. They did like the villain of the week type formula, man, and it was good, you know what I mean? For what it was like set in the universe and stuff, but it got boring.
This week on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the S.H.I.E.L.D. guys take on Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder! I've just got the funniest look ever for doing that so loud. That's all I know.
I'm used to it, so...
Yeah, that's it, we get used to it. But with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., what they did when it lined up with Winter Soldier...
Yeah.
The same way that like Hydra announced themselves to S.H.I.E.L.D. during that film, because it was
Hi.
Hi, we're Hydra, and we're here to fuck everything up.
Hydra.
They did the same in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So like S.H.I.E.L.D. broke up in that as well, and Hydra became like an issue because it was obviously inside S.H.I.E.L.D. So like it gave that first series a plot line. Now the second series started up and they like kind of cleared everything up. And when the second series started up, they obviously needed a new big bad. So they went with the Inhumans. So the Inhumans being like this alien race that's kind of the Marvel Cinematic Universe replacement of the mutants.
Yeah.
They kind of like, you know, I can't describe it properly, but let's just say like aliens came down, experimented on people to make them into weapons, decided that it was a bad idea and left like a kill switch on Earth. Do you know what I mean? Like to just kind of kill them all. But they worked it out. The humans that got experimented on worked it out and made their own like paradise. So they've pretty much created their own civilization. This is the Inhumans.
Yeah.
And in the comics, it's a place called Attila, and it always changes where it is. Like sometimes it's in San Fran.
Just to hold it there, are the Inhumans featured in the Civil War?
No.
No. Okay, go on.
So this is why I've brought it up really, because it's a really big like it's a really big point. Obviously, with the Inhumans, the film's coming out.
So they're going to be bringing out an Inhumans film?
Yeah, it's actually coming out July 12th, 2019, apparently. So it's a long wait, but they've really linked it in with the Marvel Cinematic Universe already by doing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So it turns out... I'll just spoil the plot for you, because who cares?
Go on.
But the lead character is called Skye for the first series.
Holy shit.
What have you found?
Victoria Woods just died.
Victoria Wood?
Yeah.
Which one's that?
Let's do it. I really want to rant and rave.
No way.
Yeah, man.
Like just now?
The boss. Just gone onto Facebook, R.I.P. Victoria Wood.
Jesus Christ.
She can't be old.
10 minutes ago on BBC News, comedian Victoria Wood has died at age 62 after a short battle with cancer.
Fucking hell, man. That's no age to die.
Oh, man, cancer. That's what it is.
The Big C's took another one.
Another one.
Bowie, Rickman.
This year
Wood.
has been such a tough fucking year.
I feel like I'm encroaching in on Ralph and Kev's things.
I know, yeah.
Bit of a...
Tinseltown
Steve, he will be missed.
They will be missed.
Oh, she'll be missed.
I know, man. She found fame in the 1980s with the TV series Vicky Wood, as seen on TV. It's not called Vicky Wood. I'm just shortening it down. The actress, singer and songwriter was awarded with an CBE in 2008, so she was awarded. Oh man, that's fucking...
It's heartbreaking, that, man. I like Victoria Wood. Did you know who her husband was?
No.
The great soprano. Piff, puff, poof.
No way, lad. I think you're...
For anyone out there, Google the great soprano. He was like he was like just like a comedian, magician type thing.
Yeah.
Always on a fucking variety performance.
Oh yeah, because he's never going to make it to his own live show.
He's not going to make it to hers now.
I'm leaving.
Shit, sorry.
Over.
Oh,
I'm
no,
done.
come back.
No,
come
I'm
back.
I'm going. It's gone. I'm over. No, I'm coming back. I'm on my way back. So, what were we talking about before that?
I don't know, that's kind of fucking just...
I know, man, that's really swung me for the loop, that.
The Inhumans.
Something about him. She's inhuman now.
Fucking hell. We're going to hell.
Oh,
we are going straight to hell.
She's not been dead 10 minutes.
Little boy, you're going to hell.
I don't know the lyrics.
Come on.
Have you heard the Timmy song?
Yeah, Timmy
and the Lord of the Underworld. Anyway, so the Inhumans.
And the Lords of the Underworld.
Something about our hearts in pain. I love that tune. You know, it was on Rock Band. That
was it?
It was really on Rock Band. Yeah, it was one of the hardest songs I've ever played on any.
Actually, you know what? I think I made Ian Spears fucking download it.
Just for that reason.
We went to his one night for a beer bust from here.
Yeah.
Four of us, and we were looking, and he was like, "Let's have a look through the DLC songs which you've got." And I just went, "Yeah, lad, go and buy that. Get your fucking card out. Buy Timmy."
Right,
I was doing vocals. I
see. I downloaded it straight away when I seen that. The Inhumans, right? What was I saying? Yeah, so they've linked it in.
Yeah.
And the Inhumans are in the TV show. So it looks like that's obviously going to grow, because at the end of season 2, and I'm going to spoil it for you again because I could give two flying fucks. But at the end of season 2, they get these things called Terrigen crystals.
Ooh.
Now, these Terrigen crystals are made out of something called the Terrigen mist. And the Terrigen mist is what activates your latent inhuman powers. Listen to how clever I sound now using all these words. They activate your...
Better latent than never.
Fuck off. Get out. But they activate the powers, you know what I mean? So say, for example, you got sprayed with them. Sprayed with them.
Say, no one's spaying me.
Oh, yeah, leave them alone.
Woo!
But say you got sprayed with them, but you were inhuman. It'd turn you into... It'd, activate your powers, whatever they may be. Whereas if you weren't...
I have the power to make cake. Cake or death.
Cake or death. I'll
cake,
have the cake, please.
Cake, please.
But what happened to the people who don't have the powers? Mm-hmm. They turn into stone and die. So, you know, it's 50-50. Would you rather have...
It's win-win, really.
Yeah, win-win. You either die...
Or get stoned.
Ah, you clever sausage. So, you know, it's a pretty novel idea, but at the end of it, these Terrigen crystals get dropped into the ocean. They start to evaporate well, not evaporate, what's it called?
Dissolve?
Dissolve! They start to dissolve into the ocean, and then fish eat the dissolved...
Inhuman fishes!
Nearly. Then they get caught and get turned into little fish oil tablet things.
Yeah, cod liver oil.
Cod liver oil. They get turned into cod liver oil and put onto shelves. So you can only imagine that all these people who are Inhumans are going to start turning inhuman, and all the people who aren't are just going to start turning into stone. Leading on to whatever might come
Fucking hope not. I've just took a couple of Panadol.
Toasted, mate. It's either powers or stoned. It's a win-win. You're the one who said it.
I'll see you later. Hopefully I'll be getting stoned later.
Yeah, hopefully. So, you know, that's probably going to lead into the film.
Actually, it won't be a hope. I will be getting stoned later.
Nice little interlude there for fun and games. What was I going to say about that, though? Oh, yeah, I was just talking about the Marvel Agents S.H.I.E.L.D. So they've linked it in quite well with the films in that respect. And, you know, they've got stuff... They mention, the Hulk, and they mention, Clint Barton, and who is Hawkeye. They mention Black Widow being the best S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. Now, Agent Carter dead quick. Do you remember when Scarlet Witch does the Hooby-Dooby to Black Widow?
Yeah.
And she's, dreaming back to that place where she did ballet.
Oh, yeah, the thing
The
where
red room.
whipped it out.
Yeah, where they whip your womb out and... Yeah. So the Red Room, that's actually in Agent Carter.
Ah.
Like, do you know, but like 30 years before even Black Widow was in it.
So you see
it really early on as well. But the thing is, the agent that comes out
Oh,
of
what
that...
the fuck have I just seen that? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did something similar to that.
Really?
Not Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Fuck. Legends of Tomorrow.
Right. Because I haven't seen any of Legends of Tomorrow. I've seen season 1 of Flash. I've seen season 1 and 2 of Arrow. I've seen nothing more.
Oh, right, okay.
Come on, just kill it.
Fair enough. Well, spoilers.
Spoilers!
If you don't want to know, tough.
Do you know what we need? We need like a buzzer that goes like, spoiler alert!
This is a spoiler alert.
We're going to soundbite that. I just had to cut you into silence so we can soundbite that for later and just play it whenever we want.
Fair enough. So you've seen Arrow.
Yes, I know what's going on with Arrow.
You obviously know Oliver went on the Queen's Gambit with Laurel's sister, Sarah.
Yes.
Sarah isn't dead.
Right, I was wondering about this because I saw her in the trailers, but she died in season 2. Died again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because she died, she came back, and then she died again.
Well, she died, but what had happened is she'd gone to Namba Parbat.
Where Ra's al Ghul is.
Yeah. And she became one of the League of Shadows. Right. When she comes back to Star City, and I think it's the beginning of... What season are we up to in Arrow now? 4, is it?
3 or 4? 4,
I think
maybe?
it's 4.
It must be 4, and I might have seen series 3.
Right. At the beginning of season 3, she comes back to Star City as the Black Canary.
Right.
But then, I think it's when it comes back from like the year break, from the winter break in the mid-season 3.
Yeah.
Thea,
who is the youngest sister
of Oliver.
Yeah.
I think it's either after the Christmas breakup or the breakup or the beginning of season 4. No, it can't be the beginning of season 4 because, yeah. But Thea kills Sarah.
Right.
Because Thea died and she went into the Lazarus pit and she's got a bloodlust. Right, I've kind of lost track of thought here.
Yeah, total brain fart. So obviously because we do podding work, we kind of like have to pause and go and pause and go and pause and go. So we wrote down a really quick note. We said Thea, bloodbath, Lazarus pit, and then we were like, but why were we talking about the Lazarus pit?
I know, yeah. It was about Sarah getting put in the Lazarus pit and coming back, and she had this amazing bloodlust.
And then Thea got...
Thea was already dead. She got put into there. But Thea wasn't dead. Thea was on the...
Right,
she was on the brink. Sarah had been dead, and they dug her up and took her to Namba Parbat.
Is that on the new one?
That's on it. That's on season 4 of Arrow.
Right.
So when you come out of the Lazarus pit, you're not all there. And you've got like this bloodlust. Well, Sarah was just fucked. Oh, hang on.
Brainwave.
I was going on about they'd done a thing where Sarah had gone to Nanda Parbat.
Yeah.
30 years before she actually went to Namba Parbat in the League of Shadows.
Due to the Legends of Tomorrow being a time travel tale because they're with Rip Hunter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Do you know, now that you mentioned the Lazarus Pit, right, this is fucking so interesting. So, in the comics, right, obviously, Ra's al Ghul, are you a Ra's al Ghul or a Ra's al Ghul person? Because obviously Batman Begins calls him Raz, but Arrow calls him Ra's.
I'm a bit of both. I did call him Ra's al Ghul.
During Begins.
Batman. But
Ra's al Ghul sounds a little bit...
I've sort of like... I'm getting more geeky and nerdy when it comes to actual pronunciations.
Yeah,
if everyone's calling him Ra's al Ghul, which he's called Ra's al Ghul in the games as well.
Yeah. If you go online, mate, there's major arguments about whether it's Raz or Ra's. It's Ra's. But anyway, that's beyond the point. So I used to read... there's actually this story, I can't remember what it's called, I think it's Superman, Batman Generations. And what it does, it kind of tells the story of Batman and Superman as if time actually continues going. So if you get what I mean, like they were introduced in the 30s, but then they're in the young 20s in the 30s, and then by the 50s they're in the 50s, you know, and like it kind of...
Yeah.
You know, and it carries on and it's the kids and the kids' kids and the kids' kids. So obviously, the first lot was like set over 60 years.
Mm-hmm.
The second series was set over 100 years. The third series was set over 1,000 years. So somehow they had to keep Batman alive. Right? The way that they do it, Superman obviously survives because Superman is Superman, you know what I mean? He survives. Now, Alfred dies, but he becomes a ghost. A Force ghost, if you will. But he literally turns up at the grave of Thomas and Martha and Alfred now because he gets buried next to him and kind of goes, "Oh, Bruce, your parents really appreciated you, Bruce. They appreciate everything you've done for Gotham, Bruce." You know what I mean? It's really weird, but it's cool at the same time. It's like this 80s story anyway. And then, so the way that they keep Batman alive, Ra's al Ghul pulls him up to Nanda Parbat. That's how you say it, isn't it? Nanda Parbat. Calls him up to Nanda Parbat and he kind of goes like, "Listen, we've been enemies for so long and stuff, and you know, I understand where you're coming from. I'm looking at things from one angle, you're looking at it from another, but we have the same common goal. Now, I've brought you here so we can fight to the death, technically, but we're not going to fight to the death. Instead, we're both going to get into the Lazarus Pit together, because I believe that two people going into the Lazarus Pit will grant immortality." Now, the way he phrases it is kind of like, we don't know who's going to come out, but one of us will, but only one of us. So it's up to you, Dark Knight. You know, like, I'm happy to go in if you're happy to go in too. And as you can probably imagine, Batman comes back out with Ra's al Ghul.
I'm sorry, but it was kind of homoerotic, though.
Yeah, it is really homoerotic, isn't it?
I'll get into the hot tub, but only if you get into the hot tub.
And then
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight. No, but so it's pretty cool, man. Like, obviously, he comes back out and he's got.
Is that a batarang in your pocket? Or are you just pleased to see me?
Are you just pleased to see Nanda Parbat? But Nanda Parbat, man. Anyway, so you know, Batman comes back out and he's not immortal. So Ra's al Ghul wasn't 100% right, but he does come back out and he kind of has this extended life and stuff like that. But I just wanted to bring that up only because, like, we do seem to like link into the real comics every once in a while.
Yeah.
On the show. Like a lot of the time we talk about the stuff that's happening on TV, but it links directly into the comics, which is always nice. Like there's the Red Room that we spoke about earlier, and there's obviously Nanda Parbat, but there's so much more going on at the minute. The Inhuman stuff is going to be fucking killer, I think. But what I think is, obviously with the film coming out in 2019, I'm not 100% sure that it's going to link in to the TV show now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because obviously...
I reckon it'll doff its cap to it. I reckon it'll give a little...
I mean, the only thing is I can imagine that whoever's writing the Inhumans now is kind of pissed that the only way that they can turn people into Inhumans is using cod liver oil. Do you get what I mean? Rather than the actual Terrigen crystals. Because in the comics, man, like, the Terrigen crystals are fucking cool. It's kind of like the Macran crystal to Juggernaut. You know, like Juggernaut isn't actually a mutant. He uses this alien crystal.
Yeah, it's in his suit or something.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't, but, you know, I've heard you mention it before. Or I've heard someone mention it before.
It'll probably have been me, because, you know, I'll talk bullshit all day.
And then you'll have fucking Vinnie Jones.
Oh, I'm the Juggernaut.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
Oh, mate, that is potentially, like, the worst showing of a superhero ever.
Vinnie, stick to playing football, though.
Yeah, that's it. It's a Footy Factory. He was in Footy Factory, wasn't he?
No idea.
Do you remember Football Factory with Jason Statham as the keeper?
No, that was...
That's a serious one. I'm thinking of... Yeah, Dream Machine or Mean Machine?
Mean Machine.
Mean Machine.
I'm thinking of Dream Team. That was on Sky One.
Do you remember Dream Team on Sky One? Oh my god.
Harchester United.
That was
Do you know what was so fucking cool about it? Was the kit.
Was purple, yeah. I fucking love
purple kit. The only thing is, right... Hey, 3 rules in television.
Go on.
Don't live in Hollyoaks.
Yeah.
If you're sick, don't go to fucking Holby.
Yeah, no.
And if you're a professional sports person, don't play for Harchester.
Don't play for Harchester, man.
If you happen to play for Harchester, break your leg, go to Holby, and then retire in Hollyoaks, you're fucked.
You're completely
and utterly
You're going to spend your whole
fucked.
life inside of drama. Can you... Oh my god, lads, you've just blown me mind. I can't believe Dream Team used to be a thing.
Yeah.
But it's just... But do you remember, right, it was...
Danny Ralston! Carl Fletcher!
The best bit about Dream Team, right, is that it was so shit that they cancelled the TV show and extended it in newspaper comics.
What?
Yeah, there's a Dream Team FC comic inside the Daily Mirror from years ago. I don't think they...
No, it's Striker. That's been going for years.
Striker's different. Striker is a completely different thing from Dream Team FC. Dream Team FC was a continuation of the TV show in the newspaper as single panel, 3 panel strips. I swear to God, because Striker was 6 panel strips, and it'd tell like a little saucy story about how he cheated on his missus, and it'd show a text on his phone, and then like that'd be the story, and then like at the end of it it'd go like, for more striker, pick up the Mirror next week. Do you not remember? Oh lad, you just give me a blast from the past, mate. This is back in the day, right, when I used to go into my local, and I used to buy a newspaper, but I used to fill it with porn mags. Right, I used to fill it up with porn mags, and I used to take it to the till, and I'd buy the newspaper, but I'd walk out with the porn mags inside of it. And every single day, without fail, I got away with it until one day the cashier opened it up and went, "Oh, saucy." I was fucking devastated. I was out the door before they could even lift their head from the newspaper, mate. It was terrible.
I just used to be blatant. I just go and buy the porn.
Oh, mate, I was like 15. You know what I mean? Like, I just started adventuring with myself, but the first time I adventured with myself was with Charlie's Angels, let's be honest. You know, the Drew Barrymore remake with Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore and Lucy Liu?
I like the fact that you've touched on the fact the fact that you've said that you experimented with yourself for Charlie's Angels, and the sequel to that was titled Full Throttle.
No way, like, oh my god! That was literally like, I think that was my experimentation film. That, because they all wore like the tight leather stuff while they were diving around.
Mine was Porky's.
No way! Like, to be fair though, that was a lot of people's like first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Porky's and
started watching Porky's and then wondering why me Winky was looking up at the ceiling. Hang on, I best rub this to get it. Oh, that's nice. Wonder if it happens again.
At least you didn't do it when you're wearing a pair of jeans, mate. You know what I mean? The first time that your Winky decides to look at the ceiling and you're wearing a pair of jeans. Oh, someone's giving me a call. Ignored. That's what I like about the Apple Watch, you know. Don't even have to pick up my phone. You can just press on the screen. It goes the fuck away.
Right, well, we've only got 3 minutes left on this, so I think we should take a little 2-second break.
Yeah.
And come back with part 2.
Well, the thing is, what we can do, Steve, because we do have 2 days consecutive together here. Obviously, it's getting a bit late on now. It's took us about 2 hours to record a half-an-hour pod.
But
it has died out, so we can try and give it another go this afternoon. But even if not, we can just record part 2 tomorrow.
Yeah. So stay tuned for part 2. See you in a minute.